Former Jamaican footballer Kenneet Campbell passes. Former Jamaican footballer Kenneet Campbell, also known as Alonzo Hawk in the music industry, died at home on Friday night. Campbell, who was 74 years old, represented Jamaica's senior football team in the 1970s while playing on the dominating Sonnet FC team, winning multiple titles. He made a name for himself at Very Technical High School, winning the Costa Cup football titles in 1967, 1968, and 1969, unbeaten, and won 3 All-Ireland Oliver Shields crown. He also played on Vere's winning Head the Cup cricket team. Campbell later led Very Technical to 2 Costa Cup titles as head coach in 1976 and 1980. Campbell, also known as Bob, made his Jamaican debut in 1967 as a 17-year-old under George Thompson and played against Haiti. He was a talented left-foot player that played as a striker, left winger, and left back for Jamaica and Santos, and was once Jamaica's leading goal scorer. Campbell followed his father into music and was known as Alonzo, a much-loved music selector. He was arrested and charged in 2021 for breaches of the Disaster Risk Management Act during the COVID era for playing music at a party in Olympic Gardens on December 16, 2020. Man shot dead in St. Elizabeth drive-by. A man was killed in a drive-by shooting by a gunman in Newmarket North, St. Elizabeth on Friday. Police named the victim as Lorenzo Wright, otherwise called Cooley, a resident of Gate District in Newmarket. A police report said about midday, Wright was driving a Toyota Viz motor vehicle in Newmarket when he was attacked by a gunman traveling on motorcycle. He was shot multiple times and his body subsequently found slumped inside the car. Police statistics show that up to July 12, St. Elizabeth recorded 7 murders when compared to 19 for the corresponding period last year. St. Elizabeth, Trelawney, and Portland up to July 12 all had 7 murders recorded in each parish, the lowest figure in the police divisions across the country. 2 years versus 2 months. Pumped by the party's performance in last year's local government election, People's National Party PNP candidate for St. Anne's Southeastern, Dr. Kenneth Russell, is confident that the PNP will see a record-breaking victory in the constituency in the upcoming general election. But the Jamaica Labour Party challenger, Aidan Peart, says it won't be that simple. Last week, Russell said he had a slew of plans he believed would ensure the constituency remains a PNP stronghold. Many constituents believe he will be victorious, restoring what they describe as an on-the-ground, people-person approach to representational politics, a style that voters, particularly the elderly, have come to love and expected since the time of the late Seymour Mullins, their former Member of Parliament, one that they say has been lacking over the years. Mullins served from 1969 to 2022. Representation only broke in 1983 when the PNP did not contest the snap election that year, although he was succeeded by 2 women who served from 2004 to 2007, and then Lisa Hanna, the sitting MP, who has opted out of the re-election. Many voters in the parish believe they have lost connection with their MPs over time. After 3 terms, Hannah narrowly retained her seat by 31 votes in the 2020 general election. Meanwhile, Russell has been the People's prospective candidate for the last 2 years, while Peart has been working in the area as a JLP representative for only 2 months. While Russell, a son of the parish, paraded through Main Street in Claremont last week, bumping fists for supporters and raising the waves of last year's PNP local government election, Peart buzzes himself with his own vulnerable win strategy, outlining plans which he believes will address issues over which many of the parish have grown fed up, even stunted PNP supporters. It is time for a change, he said, unbothered by the PNP's 2024 local government election showing where it won all the 4 divisions in the constituency. The roads are deplorable right through the constituency, and for 81 years the PNP has had power over here, meaning they have representation, member of parliament, councillors over the years. If after 81 years things are still in this condition, I don't think the people want to see any more of this for 5 years, charged Peart. He argued that a central government election is more attractive to voters and thus will pull a larger turnout. Many of these are undecided constituent prime minister potential for the JLP. The numbers will be different because the level of organization, you have to sell the message to the people in the entire constituency instead of divisions this time around. I know that the organization is also much better now, so you will see there is no comparison stated Peart, who in 2 months of involvement in the constituency has garnered a following, particularly through his Night League football competition and other community targeted projects. It is showing that something is missing. In fact, it is showing that many things are missing, he told reporters, listing road and water infrastructure improvement, access to electricity, proper street lighting, youth development, and healthcare for the elderly among his main priorities. One of my visions for the constituency will be to look into constructing a facility or refurbishing one and turning it into a healthcare facility that can assist people, said the contractor by profession. You might not have majority operations there, but it can assist people who currently have to travel to Kingston to get whatever assistance. I am focused on what I'm doing and on what I need to do. I don't have the opponent on the top of my head. I am just trying to come here to do what the people want, he noted. Last Wednesday, as Russell made his morning trek to Claremont, supporters converged, some onlookers to the side, and a few others brandished JP flags as he passed. Some thought he was the man for the job, while others believed little had come from their joint alliances with the PNP over the decades. Russell told reporters on Sunday that he understood the discontent. We are PNP because of what we believe, the principles of the party. As the party governing this constituency, we have delivered on roads. This constituency is the largest and is very rural, and we have been opening up the constituency through roads, light, water, and school, he noted. Have we done everything that is required? No. There is a lot more work to be done, but it doesn't mean there are not achievements that we have stand by and are proud of. I'm saying continue to stick with me because we have a chance and new chapter in how we are going to go forward to serve the people. JCPD says it was proactive in addressing more situations at head office. The Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, JCPD, says it has been proactive in addressing the issue of mold infestation and poor air quality at its head office located on Ribbon Road in Kingston. In a media statement on Friday, the JCPD clarified that it was the council which requested a formal environmental inspection and air quality assessment at the facility. We wish to assure the public and our valuable stakeholders that the JCPD takes the health and safety of its staff and clients with utmost seriousness. In fact, it was the JCPD that proactively requested the Kingston and St. Andrew Public Health Department to conduct a formal environmental inspection and air quality assessment at the facility, JCPD noted. It said upon receiving the results of that assessment from as early as April 2025, the Council took immediate action to address the findings and mitigate any potential risk to staff. According to JCPD, several measures were swiftly implemented, including contacting the landlord and property manager, where a copy of the report was shared with them with a request for immediate action to be taken to address the concerns raised. Additionally, it stated that staff in areas most affected by poor air quality and mold growth were transitioned to a remote work arrangement and or staggered working hours. Staff from impacted offices were also relocated to safer areas within the building to minimize exposure. It further said scheduled break intervals were introduced to allow staff to periodically leave the building and access fresh air. The JCPD said there were also scheduled deep and steam cleaning of chairs and seating. The JCPD, with the support of Office of Permanent Secretary at our parent ministry, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, have been actively engaged in the process of identifying a new office location. As soon as a suitable property has been identified, preparations for relocation will begin in earnest, the council noted. The JCPD added that it continues to prioritize staff well-being while maintaining continuity in the delivery of critical services to the disabled community and remains transparent and accountable as the council works through this transition and takes every measure necessary to ensure a safe and suitable work environment. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.